Very good morning, my dear students. Today in this session we will learn SS lesson number 11, United Nations. Very interesting lesson, children. You will enjoy it. Here the flag of United Nations is given. Flag of United Nations. Very interesting chapter. शांति गीत गाए जा, क्रांति गीत गाए जा, कह रहा तिरंगा अब ऊंचा सर उठाए जा, रंग धर्म जाति भेद रहे हैं जग में खेद, बंधनों को तोड़ के एकता को ले लाए जा, युद्ध की घतियाँ घोर छा रही है चारों ओर, शांति की हवाएं बदलियाँ हटाए जा, विश्व का भविष्य आज नौजवान तेरे हाथ, प्रेम की प्रकाश को विश्व में फैलाए जा. पोयम इज गिवन दैट शांति गीत गाए जा, प्रेम रंग धर्म जाति भेद सब भूल कर प्रेम के गीत गाए जा. मीन्स यू हैव टू लिव इन यूनिटी. Why do we need an international institution? Because in the country the government runs its own country, but worldwide when there are problems between two countries, then who is going to solve all these problems? For that we need an international institute to solve these problems. Massive destructions was caused in most of the countries during the World War I. People of the world wanted peace. Historical experiences proved that it was essential to establish an international organization to safeguard peace in the world, unite different countries and promote international cooperation. For that, one leader should be there, one institute should be there to handle all these problems. The countries internally, worldwide, if they want to fight, if there are any disputes, then who is going to solve? To whom they will go and appeal that to solve that particular problem? For that we need an organization. The idea of international organization was represented by Woodrow Wilson, then President of USA. As a result, he was the President of USA. As a result, the League of Nations was established in 1920. Now we are in 2020, we have completed. This is in the year 1920 it was established with an objective of maintaining peace and cooperation at an international level. This was the first effort to establish any such international institution. For a certain period of time, League of Nations tried to prevent war between nations by solving the disputes diplomatically, but it failed in protecting weaker nations from being attacked by the stronger nations, and as a result the Second World War broke out. The World War II was more destructive than the World War I. Atomic bomb was used to massacre a lot of people. Almost all the countries of the world were more or less affected by it, and it created havoc in the world. Now, formation of United Nations Organization, short form is UNO. How it was formed? You can see over here the multi-story building is given, flags of different countries are given. Headquarters of the United Nations, it is in New York. This building is in New York. This is the headquarters. Diplomats across the world were determined to free the world from the imminent danger of wars and world wars. Franklin D. Roosevelt and the then President of USA put in efforts to establish a world organization, and as a result on 24th October 1945, United Nations Organization was established in order to sustain peace in the world and promote the welfare of the people. It was called UNO in the short, and now it is recognized as the United Nations. The UN started with 51 nations as its member, and today the number has grown to 193. Means first when United Nations was established organization was started at that time, 51 countries had joined, and one who joins in this, they only can go and solve their problems with United Nations. Those who are not the members, they cannot go and appeal to this organization. And now slowly the number has increased and it has come to 193 countries have joined this United Nations organization. The tenure of the General Secretary of the UN is of 5 years. He was re-elected in the year 2011 for the second term on this post. South Sudan of Africa became the 193rd to join country the UN. The official languages of the UN are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian and Spanish. Very important point, children, these 3 points, that which languages are officially allowed to use in this UN: Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian and Spanish. Now what were the objectives of UN? Why this UN came into existence and it was formed? The objectives of the UN are as mentioned in its charter, in the constitution. The constitution was prepared, in that the objectives were written, that why this institution came into existence and what things and how it is going to run, with how many members, and how it will help the other countries to solve their problems. So objectives were, number 1 was to maintain international peace and safety, to promote the feeling of friendship among member nations, to solve economic, social, cultural and humanity related problems at international level, to seek cooperation to create a feeling of respect for human rights and the fundamental right to freedom. These were the objectives. These objectives are released by the 6 organs of the UN. Let's know about each in short. Organs of the United Nations. Secretariat implements the decision. See, 6 organs were formed. Here the names are given and I will explain you. Secretariat implements the decisions taken by various organs of the UN. Now which work which organ is going to do? General Assembly, the organization of countries to discuss and solve the international issues. Security Council, what work will be done by Security Council? Safeguards the international security. International Court of Justice is going to solve the disputes among the member nations. Trusteeship Council will help to acquire freedom from foreign rule. And Economic and Social Council improves the economic and social conditions for the welfare of the people. These 6 organs were formed, and how these 6 organs were distributed and work was given to them, and which type of work they will do, that was decided in the constitution. Now we see the General Assembly. You can see over the hall is given, from inside the picture is given the General Assembly hall. The General Assembly is the biggest organ of the UN, which can also be called the World Parliament. Already 6 organs I explained you. Among them, the General Assembly is the biggest organ, and this hall is said to be World Parliament. The representatives of the member nations attend it. Every member nation can send at least 5 representatives, delegates to it. 5 members are there to work for a particular country. But at the time of voting, one nation can cast only 1 vote. See the rules, children? Very important. The general meeting is held once in a year. Its members elect the president and the vice president of the meeting every year. Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit, you can see over here, photograph is given. Srimati Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit was elected as the president of the general meeting in the year 1953-54. She was Indian. Assembly presented the Universal Declaration of Human Rights on 10th December 1948. General Assembly can discuss and suggest solution or give advice to any issue in the world within the limits prescribed in the Charter of the UN, the General Assembly immediately draws the attention of the Security Council towards any situation which can put the peace and security of the world in danger. The authority to grant membership to a nation lies with the General Assembly. Whether you can take part, you can involve in this UN, this permission is given by the General Assembly. Next organ is Security Council. It is the most important organ of the UN. It has 15 members. Out of these 15 members, 5 countries, USA, Britain, France, Russia and China, are the permanent members. They are the permanent, very important point, children. How many countries are permanent members? 5 countries, and name of the countries you should remember. The other 10 members are elected for a term of 2 years by General Assembly. The Security Council enjoys tremendous powers to manage peace and security in the world. Its aim is to solve disputes between nations diplomatically as long as possible. The head of the United Nations is known as the Secretary General. He is appointed by the General Assembly at the recommendation of the Security Council. He works as the Chief Administrative Officer of the UN. Now, what is veto? The veto power, or a right to deny, is a negative vote casted against a proposal in the Security Council. It is necessary for all the 5 permanent members of the Security Council to agree over any decision. Means when these 5 countries agree with the decision, then only that decision will be taken. The resolution doesn't pass if any of the 5 members use veto power. They have veto power, 5 countries. They can anytime change the decision. They can agree or they can disagree with the decision. Now, special organizations of the United Nations, the main objectives of the United Nations is to foster a social, economic, cultural and educational development of people, help them in improving their standard of living by generating more employment opportunities. To achieve these objectives, various organizations have been established to work in specific areas under the leadership of the United Nations. You can see over here the name of the organization of the UN, World Health Organization, WHO short form. Its headquarters is in Geneva, and what work it does? Makes efforts to improve the physical and mental health of the people of the world. Nowadays, the problem of corona is going on. You all know that vaccines are being found by different countries. But if WHO passes that, yeah, it's right, it's okay, then only they can implement for the public. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, its short form is, children, you have to learn short forms and full forms both. Its headquarters is in Paris, and what works it does? Contribute peace and security by promoting international collaboration through education, science and cultural in order to further universal respect for justice, the rule of law and human rights. Next is International Labour Organization, ILO. Its headquarters is in Geneva. To promote rights at work, encourage decent employment opportunities, enhance social protection and strengthen dialogue on work-related issues. Next is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF. Its short form is UNICEF. Its headquarters is in New York. To provide long-term humanitarian and development assistance to children and mothers in developing countries to get good standard of living, nutritious food and organize children welfare programs. Yes, baby foods are healthy, nutritious foods packets are available, and mothers, when they are pregnant, they have been given healthy food, nutritions are given by the government in the government hospitals. This all is approved by the UNICEF. Food and Agriculture Organization, short form is FAO. Its headquarters is in Rome. It ensures that people get a regular supply of enough and high quality of food to promote agriculture. Next is World Bank, WB or IBRD, short form, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Its headquarters is in Washington. To provide low interest loans, interest free credits and grants to developing countries. This supports a wide array of investments in such areas such education, health, public administration, infrastructure, financial and private sector development, agriculture, and environmental and natural resources management. You can see over here the logo, which we have learned that different organizations of UN. Now here the pictures are given, logos are given, and full form I have already written. You will write it in your textbook and you will keep in mind that which logo is for which institution. First logo, United Nations Organization's flag logo is there. Next is World Health Organization, UNESCO. You can see over here the short form is given. Full form you have to write United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Next is ILO, International Labour Organization. Small child is given with a parent. United Nations International Child's Emergency Fund. Flag of International Court of Justice. This one is World Bank, it's already written. International Bank of Reconstruction and Development. And next is UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. Cooperation of India to the UN. Now see, we are living in India, our country is India. Let's see that how India cooperates to the UN. India has adopted the strategy of solving the disputes with other countries through UN. India has always contributed on a large scale to the peacekeeping forces of the United Nations by sending soldiers wherever required. India had sent a team of doctors to treat the wounded soldiers in the Korean War also. Indian delegates on various posts in the UN have contributed to the welfare with their knowledge and experience. India's contribution as a member of the Security Council and the other organization has always been noteworthy. The great idols of Panchsheel are a gift of India to the world. Ray of hope for the human race. If all the countries of the world cooperate with United Nations, the world peace can be obtained in the real sense. For this, it is necessary that every country resolves to stop the production of deadly weapons. Crores of rupees can be saved if this race of increasing weapons in the countries ends. This money can be used for the welfare of the people. Earth is the only planet for us to live, children. Thus, human beings have to aim at achieving world peace and universal brotherhood.